Hello everyone, my name is Nex, and today I'm going to show you my ultra dense trading hall interface that I have been working on today. And first of all, before I show you how this works and what this does, I've been working on this with Alan S from the TechRook server, so I haven't been working on this myself. And yeah, Alan S, he's a very cool guy, and this is a pretty cool thing that we both came up together with. So this is essentially a mega trading hall. Now, the usual trading hall, you know, is just one villager per actual spotter right here, and basically one villager has one trade, etc. But that is not enough for us because, as you may know, villagers restock very slowly. And how can we bypass that? Well, simply by having more villagers. And that is exactly what we have set up right here. So we can just look at this guy for a second. As you can see, he's selling infinity, and I only have librarians set up here, but you can of course also set up others. And we're just gonna get ourselves some emeralds and some books, and we're going to buy some actual books. And as you can see, he doesn't want to trade anymore, and yeah, this villager needs to restock. And this is his no, this is not his workstation, and we'll get on that later. Now, since he doesn't have anything to trade anymore, we're just going to press this button right here, and as you can see, it will cycle to another villager. Now, this villager would also have infinity or the same trade. Basically, each spot right here would have the same trade always, but it's kind of hard to set up. I just cloned these structures and just like that. But yeah, you get the idea. You can basically just cycle villagers when you're done trading with them. And there's an indicator light and a little sound when you are ready to push the button again. This is not spam proof, this is not greed proof, you cannot spam this. You have to wait for the lights to blink and then to actually work again. Now, there is a name tagged villager among those villagers. This is this one right here. And what this villager means is that he will be at his actual workstation. Now, let me explain what exactly this means. So if we just zoom out and look at this from the side, as you can see, this is pretty massive. And there is 8 villagers per actual module, and this is how we set it up. Now, you can make this shorter or taller, but it will take longer for you to be ready to push the button again if you make it higher. But that's okay. So basically, as you can see, there are 8 villagers, and they of course need 8 workstations. Now, this right here is the state in which they are synced. They are in front of their respective workstation. And the way this basically works is that you have this villager right here, and of course if you are finished trading with this guy, you press the button. However, you need to reset this after you are completely done using it, so that they can actually restock their trades. Now, first of all, let me show you how this works. We have this button right here, and this button will basically trigger this trapdoor, then this trapdoor, then this trapdoor, then this trapdoor, etc. all the way up. And basically it will just quickly open and then close it again, and let the villager go to the next trapdoor. So it will always go one spot down, and the bottommost villager will fall down. And as you can see, there's one of only 21's famous sand pushers. So I just press that, and as you can see, he will be pushed by this thing into the water stream, where he lands back at the top. And there is an observer with string, and it is detecting the villager arriving, and that way it will play a little sound and blink this light when you are ready to push the button again. Now, if you do it earlier, they will stack up. There will be 2 in one spot, and it will be horrible, trust me. Now, yeah, this system is pretty cool. As I said, I worked on this with Alan Sheezer, so that would have been very hard without him, and I probably wouldn't have tackled this project anyway without anyone else. But yeah, this is pretty fun to look at, honestly. So this design we came up with is one wide gap tileable. So that means that it is actually a one wide circuit, but you need a gap between these for it to work, because of course there's redstone dust and there's bubble columns, etc. So I guess you could just call it 2 wide tileable, because that makes more sense. And oh, this actually does look pretty cool from the backside. Now, this is a lot of villagers. This is 22 modules that I built right here. and each module has 8 villagers, so that is 176 villagers, I think. And yeah, this is pretty awesome, but also kind of laggy. Now, why would you need this? Honestly, you don't ever need that many books, but I think it is a pretty nice idea to just have an interface where you can actually swap villagers out, and they all have the same trade. Now, this is basically just a mega super useless but also kind of cool trading hall, and it uses some cool mechanics, like for example the sand pusher right here, and yeah, just a pretty simple torch tower with observers, and of course a T flip-flop down here. And that T flip-flop is there because observers of course detect when it goes on and off. So yeah, it's only supposed to pulse those trapdoors once, because otherwise those villagers would fall down twice, and that is not what we want. But yeah, we can just take a look at this once again, and it is absolutely lovely to look at. And he just lands down there and lands back up here and triggers the signal. So of course, like I said, this is not limited to librarians. I only have it set up with librarians because I just basically use a structure block and copied the whole thing over and over and over and over 22 times, and well, yeah, this is looking pretty cool, although my frames are dropping quite hard because there is so many villagers, and I guess there's a lot of bubble columns too. Alright, that's pretty much it for my ultra dense trading hall interface worked on by me and Alan S, of course. Now, this is not all too survival friendly nor useful in survival, but if you still want a tutorial on this, it's fairly simple. I could probably do that in a short amount of time. And yeah, just let me know down in the comments. And apart from that, I hope you very much enjoyed this showcase, because this was quite a lot of work, and I love showing you guys these cool contraptions that are not useful necessarily, but yeah, they're still pretty cool. Now, yeah, like I said, I hope you got inspired by this a little. And of course, I have a Discord server, so it's a pretty cool place to hang out. I frequently chat there, so if you want to hang out, just click the link it on in the description. I also have a Patreon page where you can support my work, and as you can see, I put a ton of work into these things. Look at this massive thing, it's absolutely massive, and it took quite a lot of work despite it looking fairly simple. I mean, it doesn't really look very simple, but get the idea. Also, make sure to subscribe, because I put a ton of work into this, and I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. But with that being said, I hope you very much enjoyed this video, even if it was pretty short. My name is Nex, and bye bye.